The jungle never slept. The air buzzed, especially at night. Danny got used to distant gunfire, but in his dark bunk the most paralyzing was the unknown. An invisible dread wrapping around a man's throat, whispering, "Morning will never come for you." The guys only knew each other for a few months. Yet, since their tour of duty began, they had survived oppressive heat, monsoons and mudslides, mortar fire, and the soft murmurs of uncertain prayers and stifled sobs while hiding in foxholes. They just wanted to go home. But when they did, they knew they'd never be whole again. Daybreak meant reconnaissance missions through knee-deep, leech-infested swamps and torrential downpours. One morning, Danny's platoon found themselves in a holding position near an ambushed village. Half the huts were burned to the ground, the rest were nearly collapsed, roofs sagged like tired shoulders. Danny knew nothing could have survived this carnage. Persistent rain seemed to be nature's attempt at drowning out the echoed screams from the previous night's attack. Rain dripped down Danny's face. His eyes stung from the cloying, acrid air, a cacophony of gunpowder residue, mixed with the repulsive smell of rotting eggs and decay, crept behind his teeth and down his throat. After an hour of waiting under cover, there was a soft scrape. Then another. Something moved behind one of the huts. Danny froze, rifle rising to his shoulder. Through rivulets of water pouring down from a half-standing roof, he saw movement. He edged out into the open, boots sinking into wet silt. A bedraggled dog, a puppy, cowered near a broken bamboo fence. Thin as wire, ribs jutting like twigs, desperate eyes darting around. The puppy seemed to believe death was imminent. Danny slowly lowered his rifle. "Hello, little guy." He dug in his pocket for a few crackers he'd saved for the hike back to base. The dog flinched, but hunger pinned him in place. Danny broke the crackers in half and set them down. Then cautiously he lifted the pup into his arms, hoisting him onto his shoulders. The staff sergeant grumbled, but Danny didn't care. He carried the dog back to the barracks. That first night, as rain pelted the tent like tiny fists, the dog stayed by the entrance, eyes wide, vigilantly keeping watch. Danny felt comforted by this new presence. The next morning, the dog refused to leave Danny's side. Danny named him Tag, a tag-along, but also a nod to soldiers' dog tags. Over time, Tag became the platoon's mascot, a morale boost, a distraction from the horrors surrounding them. Danny didn't have a girlfriend, just a few innocent kisses with Lainey at school dances. He wrote to his ma whenever he could. "Dear Ma, found me a buddy out here. Scrawny little mutt. You'd like him. Skittish at first, but he warmed up. I named him Tag because he thinks he's a soldier. He's fast and smart. He hears trouble before any of us do. He sleeps on my boots by the door. I am what the military calls Tag's handler. It's nice to have something to care about out here. Your son, Danny." Time and again, Tag proved his worth. During a surprise attack, he alerted Danny to the enemy's location. When a mortar strike hit their tent, Tag got the worst of it, losing part of his paw while waiting until the last soldier was safe. Everyone shared rations with him, and that night he slept curled against Danny's chest. Danny whispered, "I'm not your handler, you're mine." Weeks passed and Tag thrived. The guys in the tent roughhoused with him. Danny felt pride. He was no longer a nobody. Then tragedy struck. A mortar shell fell too close. Danny shoved Tag under him, shielding the pup. Danny took the hit. Danny did not survive. Back in the States, Tag stayed by Danny's casket. Ma held him in her arms, crying. Over the years, Tag grew old but never left her side. One winter, Tag walked miles on weakened legs to Danny's grave, dropping his collar atop the headstone. A final gesture of love. He curled up beside it, at peace. Tag was later buried alongside Danny. Ma, holding the folded flag, whispered, "Thank you," for the greatest gift her son had left her. A life saved, a heart never broken, and a loyal friend who had loved unconditionally. If you like stories, subscribe my Chanel Story Secrets and share to others.